during PT tests when I can't seem to wear enough sports bras to make my boobs not bounce around. What's up everybody, it's Charlie, and today I am doing a Q&A video based on being a woman in the military. It's really awkward doing this because I know the neighbors in this hotel room can hear me right now. So if you don't know, March is when we celebrate women's history. March 8th, which is the day that this video is going to be uploaded, is International Women's Day. Because it doesn't get as much recognition as it should, which is why I wanted to make sure I uploaded this video on today. So let's get into the questions. Okay, so the first question that I got was, what is the best part about being a woman in the military? I would say that the best part is really hard for me to explain, but I remember seeing this quote, I think it was on Pinterest or something, and it said, be the woman you needed when you were a little girl, or be the woman you needed when you were growing up. And honestly, I feel like that resonates with me because I live with my dad full time. He was a single father. I live with my mom as well, but my dad had primary custody of me when I was younger. So it's like seeing my dad do all these amazing things and wanting to be like my dad, because my dad was in the military. It's like I can do that for a future daughter that I might have, or just all little girls who might see me in my uniform or something like that. I can let them know that we can be strong, we can be beautiful, we can be classy, we can be smart, we can be all those things, and we can be in the military and be feminine and all of those things too. Like, we can do it all. It's really just getting a chance to show young girls, especially young brown girls, that we can do this too. And there's not just like these certain jobs that we can only do. We don't have to only be housewives or only cook and raise kids, and there's so much more that we can do other than those things while doing those things, and that's absolutely amazing. And I want to show other people, especially young girls, that. The next question is, what's the worst part about being a woman in the military? And I would honestly say just the stereotypes that come along with it. Like, a lot of these questions, I'd say, well, at least some of these questions are based on stereotypes, to be honest, but I'd say just a lot of stereotypes that come along with being a woman in the military. I really don't want to get into it because some of them really make me angry, and some of them are really true. But just on a lighthearted note, one of the things I don't like about being a woman in the military is like during PT tests when I can't seem to wear enough sports bras to make my boobs not bounce around, or just being a BMT when I had an MTI. Well, I was a wingman to my MTI who was asking my wingman, was she on her period? And I felt like that wasn't called for at all. Stuff like that. Just, or sometimes guys trying to understand us and it ends up coming off like that wasn't necessary. Like my MTI, he was honestly trying to help the girl out, but yeah, I'd say the worst part about being a woman in the military, I would probably say always feeling like you have to try so much harder than men in the military. Okay, so this next question is really interesting because I get asked this a lot. Do you see yourself dating or marrying meal to meal? And then he put like a smirky face at the end. He is a guy, and I can see from his Instagram that he's in the military. But so this one's for you. I'm not against it, but I'm not just seeking out for that. A lot of people say you marry someone just like your dad. Like I said, my dad was in the military. So, and another thing is like being around guys in the military, and there's so many stereotypes about guys in the military. I'm trying not to take those all too seriously because there's a lot of stereotypes about women in the military that I choose not to endorse because it's not true. So I don't want to say all guys in the military are a certain way, but would I consider it? Yes. Am I seeking that out? Like, ooh, I want me a barrel-chested freedom fighter? No. So that's the answer to that question. In BMT, how was it having a brother flight? I mean, I don't have anything else to compare it to. I've never had anything else. But I would say it was good because it motivated us because we always wanted to beat the boys. But I also say it was bad because a lot of the younger girls were just trying to show off for the boys. Like, we'd be doing regular stretches and girls would be hitting full splits. Like, why? But that's just mostly a lot of the young girls, like 18, even some 19-year-olds, I'd say. But yeah, other than that, it was no big deal. Like, you're not there for that. You're not, who cares? Don't focus on them. Next question, how can you start a family in the military? Now, I am not the person to ask this because I haven't done any research on starting a family in the military. Also, I'm not active duty, so I honestly don't think it would affect me that much. But I feel like if you get pregnant, they really can't do anything about it. But like I said, I'm not the person to ask this kind of thing. Also, I'm a reservist, so it's like they're only gonna see me a good 8 times while I'm pregnant anyways. But I would say do your own research, because I'm absolutely 100% not the person to ask about that. But I will say I have a friend who we went through BMT together, and she's actually security forces, and she's talking about getting pregnant just so she won't have to deploy, and that is probably the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. And that sounds like why? Like, why'd you join? I don't know. Anyways, I'm not the person to ask that question. But myself, I feel like by time, if I'm just sticking to my 6-year enlistment, I probably won't be pregnant in the military anyways, because I don't plan on getting pregnant anytime soon. But yeah, sorry. Do I still wear makeup? Yes. I wouldn't say every day, but pretty much every day. The only days I don't wear makeup, right now I'm on seasoning training, which is active duty orders for on-the-job training while you're in the reserves or maybe even the guard. I just don't wear makeup on Wednesdays because our office is closed on Wednesdays and I don't see any customers, so what's the point of looking cute if I'm not gonna be in anybody's face anyways? But if I know I'm gonna be in somebody's face, I'm gonna try to look presentable. But yeah, girl, wear your makeup as long as it's in regs. My makeup right now is not in regs. I'm just like be honest with you. I have on really long fake eyelashes, but other than that, it's not bad. Like, oh, and I have winged eyeliner. That's a no-go. But other than that, I'll insert a picture right here of me wearing makeup in uniform, and that's how my makeup usually looks. Do you still get your nails done? Right now I have, you can't really see them because I'm ashy. Sorry. So right now I have gel nails. I'm not gonna show you again, so take my word for it. Now I'm all self-conscious about my ashy hands. But also, speaking of self-conscious, I uploaded a selfie and somebody asked me why I got on Steve Jobs' turtleneck. Anyways, but yeah, right now I have gel nails. As long as your nails are in regs, like lengthwise, and my hands are ashy, I feel bad now. As long as your nails are in regs lengthwise and color-wise, you should be good. Yes, I still wear my nails. Like I said, it's gel, so it's not like anything crazy. But I see people with acrylics all the time, and with acrylic French tips. So do you, as long as it's in regs. Like, who can stop you? Do your research first. And if they try to press you on it, you better pull up the AFI, sis, because that's what I would do if I was ever out of regs. I'd be like, excuse me, I am in regs, here's the facts. Respectfully, of course. So the next question is, have I ever been called out on a dress and appearance AFI violation? And yes, but I was right. Like I said, my earrings were too big one day. Well, they weren't. They looked like they were. And I told them that they were actually in regs, and they were like, well, how big can they be? I don't remember now because I just still wear the same pair of earrings, but it'll be on the screen right here, or right here. And I was like, it can be up to this big, and they're this big right now. I can pull up the AFI on my phone. He was like, no, it's fine, I believe you. And I was like, okay, cool. And I really feel like he was just messing with me anyways, because it wasn't anybody who was like in my chain of command. It was just somebody in the defect. So have I ever just been called out like as an operational airman, just getting in trouble? No, I haven't. But my friends did at BMT, and they were actually right too. But dress and appearance wise, I don't think so. I feel like that's the only thing that I've ever been called out on was like earrings. My hair's always been in regs. Before I went to BMT, when I was in my development and training flight, I got called out on my hair, but I knew it was out of regs because I had braids, and like I said, I'm a reservist. I wasn't going to take down my braids for 2 days out of the whole entire month. That was dead, but now I would because I'm operational airman. But yeah, no, I've never actually got in trouble for any dress and appearance type AFI. Can you still Tinder? That is so funny, and the way you wrote that, like, can you still Tinder? Everybody on this base Tinders, I can tell you that, because I was just on there like, just to find out like who's around me and to make friends, and them dudes like, that's not what we're here for, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna delete the app, so I deleted the app. But yeah, people definitely still Tinder, especially in tech school, but yeah, yeah, I have plenty of story times I can give you on that. But yeah, my Tinder life since joining the Air Force has been crazy. But yeah, I recently deleted the app. But when I say recently, I mean like 3 days ago. And the last question is, what advice would you give to someone or a woman aspiring to be in the military? I would say don't let any of the stereotypes stop you. Don't even put the fact that you're a woman in your head, because it doesn't matter. If this is something you want to do, go out and do it, because we can do it too. Alright, thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you guys in the next one.